Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Nestree tribe. We are here with little Squee, our squirrel-like creature who has really taken a liking to the trees. So the Squee, I love to imagine, loves to try to climb up into the treetops in order to eat all of the nuts up there. And she was actually born to Savannah, who just passed away, and Safar. So it was kind of a surprise to see this creature who kind of looks like a mix between maybe a warthog and a cheetah. He ended up fathering Squee, so that was a really fun surprise recessive move on the panda pattern that Squee had from her great-grandmother, maybe? How far back does it go? Okay, from her great-grandmother Elf. I can't believe we're already that many generations into the Nestree tribe. That's so exciting. But Squee is our little squirrel, and so she's kind of just finally gotten old enough to see what all of this nesting business is about, and I think she's actually going to want to take over one of the trees and claim it as her own. So we're going to have Squee gather up this nesting material, and she's going to check out this berry bush here and try cutting it down to see what kind of nesting material the berry bush would make, and then I think Squee is actually going to try to take over this tree, the tree that she was born under. And I think that's because she's, you know, squirrels are very territorial. They really are. They want their tree and they want everybody else away from their tree. So it's going to make things quite interesting when we have Sela over here, who actually wants to start her own family now. She's old enough that she's ready to start breeding, but I think that we're actually going to have Sela come down and try out nesting under this tree because Squee will end up chasing her away. And Safar is going to be the one that we are going to send after her. So Safar is old enough and he has already fathered one child, and he's realizing that he really needs to find another mate. So he may come over here and try to convince Squee, bringing her the desired nut, that they should possibly mate, and Squee's too busy like trying to cut down this berry bush, not interested whatsoever in listening to Safar. And then we've got the very adventurous Sela over here, who is just continuing her father's work of pushing through the savanna tiles. So we're gonna have Sela, because I really don't think she would want to return back home. We're gonna have Sela continue exploring, and little Safar is just going to have to start looking around and trying to find a female that he can possibly take as his mate. And it's gonna be very tricky because he has short-sighted eyes. So I'm hoping whatever children he and Sela may end up having, if we have time for them to have a child and if we have enough nesting material, will actually end up being some good crackers, and they can live down here and they can crack open all of the clamshells and the nuts that we can find. So that's my goal for that little branch of the family. Right now, really what we're trying to focus on for the most part is getting rid of no paw and getting rid of the bad eyesight, breeding that out, and then hopefully getting a chance to move on to the middle island. So speaking of which, we've got Comey over here. She's doing a pretty good job for the family. She's got normal blood clotting, thank goodness, but she does have no paw and she does have recessive short-sighted eyes. So Comey is going to be a little explorer for us and start moving over towards this side of the savanna tiles where there's even more to explore. This particular tribe just really loves the open grasslands, the open savanna area. We're going to move Koana over, and Tavan is actually about to pass away. So I'm going to move him over here, maybe? Let me see. Alright, how are we going to scooch everybody around? We've got a big pregnant belly to move over here. And then we've got Koana right over here. And I'm actually going to scooch her this way. And Tavan, I'm going to go ahead and move him over here. They're going to get ready to have another child. And then I'm going to move Koana. How close can I get you? I guess we don't need to really worry about her baby. We don't really need to worry about the baby being unattended in the nest because there's no birds on this island, but I still get nervous. And then we have Lalais, who's really awesome with C and A immunity, and she's so healthy! Yes! She doesn't have no paw, she has perfectly fine eyesight. That's just like a wonderful miracle. I am so happy about that. And maybe she can find a good mate up here in little Siku. So Siku has normal eyesight, he has good immunity. They actually would be perfectly made for each other because they also have contrasting immunity. They don't have identical immunity in either slot, which would be perfect. That would be so cool. They might actually have some huge children with big body. Both of them have lean body though. That's so interesting. So, and they both have black and blue eyes. So this may be really fun. We'll have little Lalais get to explore up here, maybe have to compete with Squee for like owning a nest and then being able to have babies of her own. Or we might just have them maybe set up another nest over here. We'll have to see. I feel like I don't want to put nests on swamp tiles though, because we always end up with sick babies when we do that. So I'll let Lala start moving out. Yeah, she and Siku would end up having some healthy children. And I think that these ones, because they can see so much of this open grassland, just are more bold than your usual creature. They don't really worry quite so much about like running into predators because it's only happened once. And they're really into just exploring everywhere and trying to get out into the open lands. So let's see. Yeah, project number 1. All right, and little Siku is now old enough. I think we might have him move over here. I'm kind of curious about how he and Lala may end up becoming mates. Because I kind of don't want to wander too far into the island since we're going to leave the island once we have enough resources. But keywords there being have enough resources. So let's have Sakar come this way because he's quite adventurous and he can guide his son over here and they can just kind of adventure this direction. And then we have Onala, who is not really ever going to be one of my breeders since she has short-sighted eyes, blind eyes, she's got hemophilia, and she doesn't really have a lot of traits that I can't find in other creatures. So Onala is just going to be our little peaceful stream watcher, and she's going to try to do some fishing at least once in her life. Alright, so everybody's kind of lining up. We have a tribe that is really just more spread out than usual. Often in our past tribes, like with the Janus, they always nest together and try to stick really close to each other. And the Nestree, it's almost like because I have to have them constantly searching for nesting material, they just don't have a chance to nest together. So we're going to go ahead, see the next day. Oh, Talon, I'm going to miss you. And Talon just passes away. Oh, I'm gonna miss that. Oh, that's so sad. And actually, let's see. Squee, what are your genetics? I think Squee may actually try taking Safar as a mate. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, because there's not really a better male except Siku. Ooh, Siku would actually be a really good mate for her. Never mind, Safar. We're going to leave you be. I think that... dang it. And she doesn't have enough... You guys told me. No, why? Is it 4 attack? Do you have to have 4 attack to take down a berry tree? Here I was so excited that we were going to take out this berry tree and berry bush and get more nesting material, and I can't. Oh, that's devastatingly frustrating. Well, not truly devastating. Oh, there's some bunnies. Oh no, and the nest is getting worn out. I think Squee's going to have to hurry over there and fix the nest and take over this tree and be very, very defensive of it like a true squirrel would be. Alright, and then Safar is going to end up over here trying to woo the heart of Sela. And to woo her heart the best, my friend, you definitely need to get some nesting material. So maybe we can cut down one of these little berry bushes. We'll have to see. I think you have to have 4 attack in order to be able to cut down the bushes. So we'll see what happens. Alright, we're going to scooch over here, gather up these berries. Yeah, Comey doesn't have the ability to cut down those bushes either. And I think little Lala is going to pop up here and get a chance to hang out with Siku. And these two can become good friends. And Sakar, I'm going to scooch you. He's about to pass away, so I'm going to have him scooch all the way over here and just watch the fish. Oh, I'm going to miss him. My little brave heart. I am so glad you left a son behind who looks just like you, and we'll be able to see what kind of adventures he gets up with Lala. So I'm really going to miss him. Alright, we'll look for more nesting material there. No such luck. This nesting material thing. I really just need to focus on... Oh, goodbye, Sakar. I just heard a predator. Wow! What a baby! What the heck-a-doodle? Oh my gosh, Nestree! With digging paw! Wow, you're so pretty! What kind of odd child did we just have right here? I don't even know what to make of her yet. This is so cool. So what are we gonna name you, little one? Nestree is actually a very pretty name. She's got crackerjaw secondary. She's got C&A immunity. Brown eyes. She's our first little mole creature because she has digging paw. I wonder what her traits are going to be. She's got normal eyesight. Thankfully, she doesn't have no paw. She has white horns, and she's got that like almost little mousy body coloring. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with her other than digger paw just yet, so we're going to have to keep an eye on this little one. She's definitely quite interesting and quite new. And Tavan, now that you are old enough and you can crack things open and collect, actually Tavan has really good collecting. So I might scooch him over to some of these berry bushes. No, Koana! No! You're not supposed to... I'm telling you guys, again and again and again, all of my females that I have all these plans to breed for are dying of old age. I may need to, like, change up trying to spread the nest out and just stick them all in one spot to keep the females alive. What is happening? No! Koana, why? Koana! She wasn't supposed to die, and now I've got to repair this nest, and I just cannot believe, oh my gosh. I can't believe how quickly all of the nesting material just vanishes, and all my females are dying of old age before I can even blink. This is ridiculous. Alright, I think I need to find some more. I think I'm learning the new trick. You find your food spots, but then you find ASAP these spots where the grass is going to regrow, and you want to find a good cluster spot, like this spot down here. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do anything. So far, I'm really... Oh, dang it. Sela? You're gonna mate with Safar and then run for it, okay? Safar, you're going to attack this guy. I don't think this is going to end well. Oh dear. This is going to be... Oh, people are going to be so frustrated. I'm going to be so frustrated because there's just so much... It's so much harder with nesting material. I cannot believe how ridiculous this is. Oh, but Onala! We can take just a moment to appreciate a peaceful moment in the chaos of the Nestree tribe of our wonderful little quiet Onala who can really only kind of sniff things. She doesn't see very well, being able to collect up her very first fish. So she just gathered up 4 fish that she gets to eat for the first time, and that makes me ridiculously happy. And then of course Squee is keeping a good guard of her little nest. So we may actually have to have Lalais and Siku like tease Squee or work with Squee or like offer an exchange of something with Squee so they can work at that nest, because this is really hard to get the nest up and going. Every time I finally build one, it needs constantly repaired. So Alright, and then we have little Isri. I feel like she needs a special name. I'm not sure what she's going to do. She has Digger Paw, so we're going to have to see what Isri is going to grow up able to do, because she may be like a little mole. I love her white ram horns. I feel like that needs to indicate something special. I just don't know what. And then Koana, I'm about to lose Koana. Dang it. That's so sad. That's so sad. Oh, Talmon, at least you're here. At least you're here. You might have to take Isri as a mate at this rate, because I don't know if I'll have enough females to go around. This is really, it's challengingly fun. Alright, well, we know where the action is. We're gonna come on over with Safar, who is one of my coolest looking creatures in my opinion. He took so much damage just then. And he's gonna have to just attack. And then Sela, who's heavily pregnant, I think the only way she's ever gonna have this baby is if she rushes away. So I'm gonna have to send her back over to the nest. And we may end up bumping Squee off of the nest, because Squee is waiting. Oh, and he's grown up. I was waiting for Squee and Siku are supposed to be mates. And oh yes, there's another piece I can gather up. And I was waiting for Siku to grow up. So Squee, ANF immunity. Siku, G and B immunity. Squee has blind eye recessive, but hopefully we can toss that out. Yes, claws right there. So let's go ahead. And I think that Siku here would be quite enchanted and quite busy trying to convince Lalais to have a family with him. So they're definitely going to have a family. Look at her. She's so cute with her little lean body and her big giant pregnant belly. And then I think Squee would come on over and she would dash over to this male because he has really lovely ram horns. Like, he's quite attractive. And Lalais is going to run over to the nest while she still has a chance. Yes. And we'll have Siku go ahead and mate with Squee so that we can distract her and take the nest. We have so many pregnant bellies suddenly converging onto this one nest. It's a fight for the single nest. I think that Onala is actually quite glad that she never got into all of this chaotic nest business, because it seems to be more trouble than it's worth. Alright, and we'll have little Isri scooch over so she can get out of the way, even though I guess the nest is kind of empty right now. We don't really need to worry about like taking up space in the nest, unless Isri And Tavan might end up becoming mates one day. Tavan's so good at berry collecting. I don't know why he would need to move from here. And then we've got Rana. We'll have her collect up these pieces and keep an eye on her daughter. So Isri, I feel like she should do something special because of those ram horns, but I'm going to wait for her to grow up before I figure out exactly what that is. And I feel like Tavan is really loyal to staying in this area because both his parents passed away here. So, alright. We've got to fight. Look at these 3 females fighting for the nest. Fighting for this nest. Oh my gosh. And Safar, I really do love you. I really think he is one of our most unique looking creatures. But with those eyes, with like only having 2 strength and with having short-sighted eyes and a no paw and blind eyes and hemophilia, we're really not at the point with the Nestrees where we can sit back and go, they look awesome. So let's continue to focus on breeding how their design goes. We need to try to make them really healthy. Ooh, hiding in cover. Interesting. I wonder what makes this cover. Alright, so I don't think Safar is going to make it. Ah, dang it. Oh, I'm really sad about that. I really liked Safar. Oh, there's a baby! I forgot to change the mutation menu, and there's a baby in here now. Lala's just had a child. Oh my gosh. It's the grandchild of Sakar. I'm so excited, you guys. Okay. Alright, so Siku, you just had your first child. It is a little boy. Ku Dukro, Sikro, I think is what we're gonna, Sikro, let's go with Sikro, is going to be his name. He doesn't have the ram horns, actually, so that's interesting, but he has normal eyesight, and he's healthy. And that's really all you can ask for half this time. He is healthy, and he has, 1 no paw, so he's almost there at being like a totally healthy baby. So we'll just have to keep an eye on him. There is a really delicious looking rabbit that I think his mom is going to snag really quickly. You also have to get out of the nest so that they will grow up. And then I think that Squee is going to dash over here and chatter quite angrily at the fact that there is somebody invading her little nest. And Sela is going to, let's see, I'll have her stop off here. Yeah, Sela is going to try to keep an eye on that nest, but she may see there's such a crowd around it. We'll send her down here. Oh no! Alright, quick, can we repair this? Thank goodness. Isri can go ahead and repair that little spot. Look at that! And she can dig up for some roots. I think that's really useful. I wonder if she might be a nest repairer. That might be an interesting skill to give, like a nursery helper or a nursery guardian. That would make a lot of sense because I could imagine her using her paws that are so good for digging and like pulling up roots to weave together the nest a little bit better. I like that idea. I really do. A little nursery guardian. Maybe we should condense all of our creatures into one spot instead of have them all over the place and try to keep the nest a little bit stronger that way. I might have to think about that. All right, Rana, let's go ahead and have you gather up some berries. Because after all, we are gathering up quite a bit of the berries. I think I'm going to have Komi jump across the river next time and be able to explore over on that side of the savannah. And then over here, Siku is having like his children born. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to have him pop over here, clear that grass just in case, and keep an eye. He's got his little son, Sikro, and we're going to have to see what Sikro is like when he grows up. And we'll have to have little Sela have her baby. And yeah, we'll focus on trying to breed out the not so great traits. Yes, and there's some more nesting material. The not so great traits on our family. And I think we need to focus on getting strength up to at least level 4. So is that, if level 4 is what I need in order to like cut down these berry bushes and gain some more nesting material. And we'll see if we can cut down the dead berry bushes too, even though those ones don't grow back. All right, so let's see who's gonna have their baby next. There we go. That was a very, very peaceful day. I'm not used to just normal peaceful days. Sikro is going to come on over next to his mother. And meanwhile, Squee is going to be chattering up an angry storm that they have dared to crowd up around where her spot is and her nest is. And she was tricked. She was tricked, she says. And Siku will come over to be with Lala'is. And let's see, Lala'is has collecting. She's got fantastic movement with the lean body, 2 runner's legs and the hind legs too. I really like that. And then we'll have her go ahead and become pregnant again. And we'll just have to constantly like pop in and take Squee's nest over because we don't really have a choice. And speaking of nest, I'll have Sela. Oh, Sela, are you hungry? I don't think she's as hungry as she is uncomfortable in wanting to have her baby. So we'll have her gather up the nesting material over there. And Isri, I really love the idea of Isri being able to be like a nest guardian. So I wonder if we should move the nest maybe up over here. But the other thing is it's so nice to have the mothers be able just to reach over and collect up berries while they're hungry. So I'm going to move Isri over here. Where can she dig? Interesting. So I can't just dig anywhere anymore. I wonder if you can only dig over in like the meadow and swamp tiles now. So I'm gonna, and the beach tiles. I might have to move her to do a little bit of research on that. There we go. Over 100 food. So yeah, we'll focus on trying to breed up healthy creatures and then focus on trying to get them. Come on, Comey. There we go. Comey made it to the other side. I'm so excited. And then focus on trying to get up enough nesting material. I guess this will be our good experimental tribe to figure out how quickly you can gather nesting material and how quickly it vanishes again when you're trying to keep nest repaired and having babies all over the place. So, all right. Yeah, I think that's gonna be my goal with the nest trees, so that then when we are ready to dive into the new update, I'll know how much I'll probably want to like devote resources to gathering nesting material versus trying to do fancy breeding or trying to gather up food resources. All right. So if Squee is about to have her very first squirrel baby, and her genetics are normal eyes, blind eyes, normal blood clotting, and hemophilia, and his genetics are normal eyes. And hers are nimble fingers, runner leg. His is no paw. We want to try to get rid of that no paw. He's already had one son with no paw. So I think I'm going to have nimble fingers and claw, actually. In fact, let's try, I don't think we want to do digging paw. Let's try, how does she? She has nimble fingers. He has nimble fingers. So let's actually do claw and nimble fingers. And let's see what kind of baby they will have with that combination. Oh my! Not the kind of baby I thought they would, but she's an adorable fat-faced squirrel. I love her. Ah, we have another Isri. There's so many Isris. Squee and Isquee. There we go. Squee and Isquee. And look at that, you guys. Normal eyes. She's got cracker jaw, so she can still do the cracking. What were the odds of cracker jaw? Like 1 in 3, I think. Maybe 1 in 4 were the odds of cracker jaw. Maybe 1 in 3. I'll have to look that over again. But yeah, wow. Isquee, look at you. A and G immunity. She's got claw. She has unfortunately no paw, which we were trying to avoid. She has the ram horns. She does not have the poison fangs because she has cracker jaw instead, but she has normal eyesight. She's really kind of cute. She's a little fat-faced squirrel. That's what this line is going to be, like our little line of squirrels. Unfortunately, she doesn't have panda pattern, but that's okay. We'll figure out what we're going to do with her next time too, but I'm really excited to see her. A and G immunity. So is there a male out there? There. A and B. We are losing some of our genetic viability, but that's okay. We'll just have to do the best with what we have, because everybody dies before I can do anything with them because of the darn nesting material. So I may have to shift gears from gathering food to telling, like Ravan, to go exploring and gathering up lots and lots of nesting material. So we're going to continue fighting with the nesting material, continue trying to figure out. It kind of amazes me. We're this far in already. Our tribe is actually smaller than it has ever been before this far in because of the struggle of getting babies born with these nests constantly needing to be repaired, and they're not out there in the world anymore to just stumble on. That's just stunning to me. It's very interesting. So we're going to continue to explore. We're going to continue to try to figure out how to make the best nest. Hopefully Isri, again, and this little one was named with the name Isri too. But hopefully Isri can become the like guardian of the nursery. Hopefully she can become like the weaver of the nest. I'm hoping that will be her future, because that sounds like a beautiful future for the white ram-horned creatures to have. So I'm really excited to see where this goes, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.